Hello everyone. Welcome to another episode from the Great Teacher. I hope all of you are doing great. Today we are going to learn more from the Great Teacher. Are you all ready? Here today we are going to learn how the Great Teacher served other people. Now let me ask you a question. Do you like when someone does something nice for you? When someone does something nice, we love, isn't it? We all do. The Great Teacher knew that, and he was always doing good things for people. He said, "I came not to be served, but to serve." So, if we want to be like the Great Teacher, what must we do? We must serve others, right? We must do good things for them. It is true that many people do not do this. In fact, most people always want others to serve them. Now, children, at one time, even Jesus' followers felt this way. Each one wanted to be the greatest or the most important. So one day, when Jesus was traveling with his disciples, who were his followers, they entered the city of Capernaum, near the Sea of Galilee. Now they all went inside a house. There, Jesus put the question to them, "What are you arguing over on the road?" They kept quiet because on the road they had argued among themselves about who was greater. Now here, Jesus knew that it was not right for any of his disciples to think that he was the greatest. So, as you have heard in my first episodes, he took a small child, remember, in their midst and asked them to be humble like this little one. In spite of his teaching, his disciples still did not learn anything. So shortly before he died, Jesus taught them a lesson that they should never forget. What did he do? Well, while they were all having a meal together, Jesus got up from the table and took out his garments. Picking up a towel, he wrapped it around his waist. Then what he did? He took a wash basin and put water inside it. His followers were wondering what he was going to do. And as they watched, Jesus went around to all of them, bent down and washed their feet. Then he dried their feet with the towel. My children, just think of that. What if you were there? How would you have felt? His followers did not feel that it was right for the Great Teacher to serve them in this way. They felt embarrassed. In fact, Peter was not going to let Jesus do this lowly service for him. But Jesus said that it was important for him to do. We do not usually wash one another's feet today, don't we? But this was done when Jesus was on earth. Do you know why? Well, in the land where Jesus and his followers lived, people wore open sandals on their bare foot. So when they walked on the dirt roads, their feet got covered with dust. So it was a kind of practice to dust off the feet of a person who came into the house to visit. But this time, not one of Jesus' disciples had offered to wash the feet of the others. So, what did Jesus do here? He did it himself. By doing this, Jesus taught his followers an important lesson they need to learn. And this is the lesson that we need to learn today. Do you know what the lesson is? After Jesus put his outer garments back on and took his place at the table again, he explained, "Do you know what I have done to you? You all address me teacher, Lord, and you speak rightly, for I am such. Therefore, if I, although Lord and teacher, washed your feet, you also ought to wash the feet of one another." This you can see in the book of John, chapter 13, verses 2 to 14. Here, the great teacher showed that he wanted his followers to serve one another. He did not want them to think only about themselves. He did not want them to think that they were so important than the others. He wanted them to be willing to serve others. Wasn't that a fine lesson? Will you be like the great teacher and serve other people? We can all do things for others. This will make them happy. But best of all, it will make Jesus and his Father more happy. So, how did you like today's episode? I hope you all enjoyed. Until I come with the next beautiful episode from the great teacher, I request everyone to stay safe and healthy. Till then, wishing you all goodbye. Your loving Benzie Auntie. Thank you. Bye. Take care.